Sun's like right over my shoulder. There we go. Much better. Okay. Hi, Cote. I just finished uploading my video of Stonehenge, and someone bought me a train ticket here to Bath, so I'm sitting here along the river in the great Roman Bath. Heck yeah, you watched it. No, as in, yeah, back in the day, the Romans, like the ancient Roman cities of Bath, like the ancient Roman city of Bath that was before them was settled by the Vikings. This place has been around since like the early 800s. And they had these big Roman baths. Yeah, and there's still one, a really ancient one here that's still like the exact same way it was, with like hot spring water coming up. A cool local was visiting his friend and from Bavaria, and he said he just clipped this today. It's Bavarian sausage, and he said that it's very, very special. It takes forever to make, and like he was giving it to his friend he was meeting up with, and his friend's like, everybody in here is like, both me and my partner are vegans, and so he turns to me and he's like, this is a Bavarian sausage. He's all telling me that he cut the wick this morning, and he's like, when you're outside, you hang it because the oils and fats will still drip. It's so fresh. Hey there, Roger. Check it. I'm in Bath, bro. There's like houseboats right behind me and shit. Oh my god, I haven't even tried it yet. He's all like, cut it in very thin pieces because it's super dense. Like, such a blessing. Yeah, right. You know, it is 420. You know. It's not ridiculous, it's about the right size. What? I'm Snoop Dogg. Going for the Snoop Dogg vibe. But yeah, when he walked up, that's what it looked like from out of the corner of my eye. It's like, is he handing this man like a giant cone wrapped in aluminum foils to be incognito? It's like, oh no, it's sausage. Hi, pretty boy. Hi, puppy. Oh, pretty lady. You're so beautiful. So I think she could smell the sausage. I have a fresh Bavarian sausage right here. She could probably smell it. Yeah. She's all like, what does that man have? Yeah, I believe it. Sounds about the right thing to do on 420 is forget that it's 420. I totally didn't realize it was 420 either until like a few hours ago when I was riding the train, and I saw the notification for Kaz's whatchamacallit, Himpy 420 live stream, and I was like, oh shit, it is 420 today, cool. But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying my 420. Hung out with some people around the corner for a little while. And came down here, sat down here, and I'm just enjoying the place, man. Cool. Drones are so dope, but it's one of those things where like they're so fragile and easy to mess up, so like I would never want to, you know, I would never want to try to take care of one or keep one. Okay, I'm gonna set you guys, oh, that was a weird zoom in. Much better. Okay, I'm gonna sit you guys down for a couple seconds. That's right, chilling in Roman Britain, and pull out my my solar panel because I'm getting low on power. Give me a second. So sit here and look at this pretty tree. Okay. Okay. Ugh. Solar panel. Such a blessing. And the wire should be right here. Where's my wire? Should be a little white wire. Might have put it in the top to make it easier access. Yep, sure did. Cool. Perfect. If I'm running low on battery and I'm sitting right here in the sun, might as well use my solar panel rather than waste my what little charge I have on my battery, my external battery. Okay. Check it. I got this from Joys of Sorrows. Top Solar. Freaking a big beefy bastard. Hi, beautiful. More babies. Hi, puppy. So many puppies today. Well, you saw the big puppy I got to see today. Freaking, if you watched my video at the Stonehenge, the very end of it, for like a second, shows the biggest, chungest bulldog ever, dude. His name is freaking Winston Churchill. I also took a couple picture of him and put him on Facebook and Instagram too. Let's see here. Get that out, and then I have an extending cable, a 10-foot extension cable for my thing, so I can put it out in the sunlight. Do that real quick. That way I can actually, come on, don't be difficult. There we go. Come on, there we go. So much dust and twigs and whatnot. Okay, put this over here in the sunlight. Boom, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Stop. Okay, there we go, that'll be much better. So now I can, boom. There we go, charging. Perfect. The right angle again, there we go. And like, that's just a beautiful view, you guys. Like that little cathedral and bridge right here along the river. It's just gorgeous, dude. It's such an old city. All the buildings are just, you can just see that they're ancient. It's amazing, dude. Yeah, live stream, you know. I told you it's always going to be around 9 to 10 a.m. your time. So, you know, like 5. I'm trying to go for 5 here, which is 9 a.m. in the U.S. But like sometimes it takes, like I was still on the train and whatnot and celebrating 420, which I don't exactly want to do in front of the camera. Wink, wink, cough, cough. Emphasis on the cough. And then I started the stream, you know. In my defense, I was in Bath at like 4:30, but these really lovely ladies told me to come talk to them and ask me about America. Yes, sir. Chilling in Roman Britain with a handmade Bavarian sausage from like this Bavarian dude who just showed, like, he cut it from at his house this morning. Like, He was gonna give it to his friend as a gift, and his friend and his old lady are vegans. So like he turns around and hands it to me, like such an honor, dude. From his personal, from like the one pig a year that they slaughter, like, oh my god, like so honored, dude. And yeah, just to be able to chill here along a river in a place where the Roman baths are, like.
What the fuck is shaking up? Oh shit, it's an udder. Milk comes out an udder. And it's shaking. It's shaking udder. It came out the udder.
Somebody on the bus gave me a banana and a couple oranges. Hello, third person in the chat. Goodbye, third person in the chat. The sun, my friend. The sun over the river, or the canals, and here in the Roman city of Bath. Oh my god, dude. Like, so amazing to be here. Like, I've always talked about it forever. I'm gonna go to Europe and travel and see the whole thing, but to like finally be here and just be sitting along a path is just amazing, you know. Like, broke as fuck right now. Spent the last of my money getting to trying to get to and from the whatchamacallit, from Stonehenge and here, you know. But you know, it's beautiful. Yeah, the little yellow flowers right behind me. That wasn't even intentional. I was just trying to catch the bridge and the tower. That's just great, you know. It's just so picturesque. There's houseboats right behind me, people driving through all day. I'm from Cali, man. Y'all are fine. Pay no mind to me.
California.
Yeah, California, exactly. So,
what's California like?
I mean, depends on where you are. If you're in Los Angeles or San Francisco, you might as well be in London, just a big city.
Yeah,
but then if you go south out of San Francisco about 40, 50 miles, there's a place on the beach called Santa Cruz. It's an old hippie town. It was where they invented the wetsuit. Like, there's a freaking pier. There's a little amusement park right on the boardwalk right on the sand. Like, you pay people when you tip them, like at a restaurant, you tip them in like a nugget. Like, there's people, like, it's just the most chill, like, hippie town you've ever seen. Like, if you want to see real California, go to Santa Cruz.
Because you seem excited to be in like this.
But you know, to be real about it, I'm from the United States, bro. Fucking the oldest thing we have, the oldest buildings we have are 400 years old. Yeah. That's why I'm excited to be here. Like, you may have, you're from here and you've seen it all. I've never experienced old shit. I landed in London and Heathrow Airport on Thursday, bro.
Yeah.
This is my first, like, real, besides Stonehenge, my first real, like, experience of an actual old city. Like, you know, I went to London, I saw Big Ben and like the British Museum, and then it's like, I'm ready to go. This place reminds me of New York. Everybody here is rude and like just constantly on a mission. Like, nobody has time to stop and like, I was trying to get like directions back to my hostel. And it took like 100 different people for somebody to finally like pull over and like stop for a second and be like, yeah, dude, it's right around, I'll walk you, it's just around the corner. But even my other mom was just so on a mission that like they wouldn't stop to help me out. So I'm happy to be out here in like the countryside, out here in like real history. I mean, like, just to think of like the fact that this stuff was built in the Roman times, and then before that the Nords were here. Like, this has been around forever, you know. America's oldest cities are from like the 1600s. So that's why I'm excited, man. Yeah, that's what my YouTube channel, I'm doing a little live stream right now, and like that's why they tuned in, for most of them for the States, because, you know, like they don't get to travel, and like, so like they're vicariously living through me, you know.
Yeah. That's sick. That's sick.
I just travel around and exist, man. I'm an American tourist and YouTuber, and I just exist. You know? Go from place to place.
Yeah, I aspire to be just like you. I'm gonna be like that.
You just gotta go. And remember, the most important thing is to tell everybody to screw off when they say that it's not doable. Because everybody's like, you can't do that. You can't travel around like that. Watch me.
Once.
I have like, I have legitimately like £3 on me and change. But I'm happy. I'm loving my life, you know, like.
Yeah.
I came down here and sat down, and there was a guy waiting on his friend who came up, and he was like from up in Bavaria, and he was all like, and he's like, I brought you this. It's from one of our slaughtered hogs. It's a Bavarian sausage. It's dried. It's cut from the wick this morning. He's like, and he's all like, both me and my partner are vegans, and the man just turns around and hands it to me, dude. And he's all explaining if it's outside or in the sunlight, he's to hold it upside down because the fat will drip because it's so raw, it's so real. He's all like, cut it in the thinnest slices, just given to me because I was here, you know, like because I was chilling in Bath.
Yeah. You gonna eat it?
Oh, you bet. I don't have a good knife right now, but when I come across one, oh yeah, I'm gonna eat the crap out of that thing. I'm so excited. I'm so honored to be given that, you know. He was bringing it for like a dear friend, and then for him to turn around and just give it to me. Of course I'm gonna eat it. It'd be disrespectful not to.
That's so cool. I was thinking the other day, like every
Thanks, shit gang.
ever made, ever.
A little bit louder.
Oh, shit.
I'm half deaf.
Oh shit. I was thinking that like every decision you've ever done has like led you up to like this exact moment, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. If I had been like, you know what, I'm just gonna crash out in the woods by Stonehenge instead of rushing to jump on the train and coming here and then choosing to come sit at this exact spot, that would have never happened. But because something in me was like, hey, just go sit down there. Ask that guy if it's chill. And next thing I know, he's talking to me, asking me about being from the States, and then his friend shows up, and then they walked off to go enjoy a day together before he has to go back up to Bavaria. In the States, we call it synchronicity, you know? Some people call it a coincidence, but when you've had enough of them happen to you, you start realizing coincidences don't exist. Only synchronicities exist. If you can call it a coincidence and write it off and not accept it if you want to, but that doesn't mean it's not there.
Yeah. Gee, you're so like wise guy.
But on the road for 9 years across the States and America, man, and now I'm traveling the world. Like, I gotta be well-read and intelligent to freaking exist all over the world, you know? Oh, it's cool. It is what it is, man.
It's a bit out of it.
No, it's cool, man.
I totally agree.
Yeah, but
Why you laugh?
Happy 420, Skip.
like,
That's one of my YouTube subscribers out in the Netherlands. She said when I get out to the Netherlands that I can come like crash on her couch and she's gonna show me cool stuff, you know, like tour guide me around. I'm so excited to meet her.
that's actually smoke's not allowed. 420.
Yeah, she actually just said happy 420. She's in the Netherlands right now. She's celebrating. Oh yeah, when I can come across it, you know, like I'm not gonna seek it out or carry it on me because like I'm from the States. I'm not trying to get in trouble. But if somebody lets me hit their spliff or whatever, I'll definitely hit their spliff. Especially today, it's 420.
Yeah.
Somebody let me hit the spliff around the corner a little while ago.
I had one I'd give it to you.
You know, get
Yeah, philosophical talks with some teenagers. They're from Bath, and he's all like, the one guy's like, he looks so excited to see all this stuff. I was like, yeah, man, we don't have anything old in freaking the States. It's amazing to be here, man. It's an honor. And there's so many people back in the States, they'll never get this opportunity. So the fact that I managed to do it and can show other people is
My boss is
my biggest dream since I was a small child. Is all I ever wanted to do is be a travel guide and travel the world and bring the world to people.
Nice to meet you.
And try to like convince them that they can do it too. I'm pretty sure I just inspired that kid to freaking go travel around Europe and see shit when he graduates in like a year or so. Good fresh oranges. Some fresh grown mandarin oranges and a banana. Somebody gave me while on the train. Oh, nourishment. Solar panel is doing good. Let me try to... There we go. I don't know if I do so well on the other one, but customer service maybe. But I don't know if I do so well on the stripping. I'm not against it or like talking down to it. I'm just saying like Nemo's not that pretty. I'd have to be way prettier for that. You seen male strippers, dude? Those dudes are like the perfect facial structure and like they're taking like testosterone and freaking body enhancing stuff to have abs like that. Like I came straight out of the military like solid as a rock and my abs never looked like that, dude. That's some like weird shit they got going on. Hi, beautiful. Bye, puppy. More puppies doing puppy stuff. Stripping is marketing. Hell yeah. Goofy. Freaking cause. Oh yeah, dude. That like he lives to be a ball buster. You should play Magic with him. He plays some of the dirtiest Magic cards ever. Him and Nerd both because they love just being that guy. So, that's just cause. We've known the man for going on 10 years. He's always been like that. Like, he must have said like 12 different times on my way to the airport, like every time he got the opportunity to mess in a live stream, on a comment on Facebook. That's it. Taking bets on to see if freaking Nemo gets fingered by the TSA. Like, he's just one of those people, man. He's from Minnesota. That's how their brains work. Yeah. Oh my god, this sausage looks amazing, yo. Just look at that coloring, man. It's got like an actual metal piece in it. Like this was hanging till this morning. That is such an honor, you know. Oh, and it smells so good. Oh my god, I'm gonna eat the shit out of that. But yeah, man, you know. Got about 2 pounds. It's $17 to get a hostel here tonight at the YMCA hostel, the Bath YMCA hostel. You can look it up. I'm getting it through Expedia. It's 17 pounds is 21, like 21 or some shit like that, something like that, like 21, 26 or some shit American. So, just throwing a shout out there. If anybody's feeling generous and wants to throw a couple bucks towards that, I would greatly appreciate sleeping inside because it's gorgeous right now, but it's supposed to rain around like 2 in the morning. Here and there in London, there's a home bum or two. Out here, Bath is a really very, very like fancy city, so there's no home bums. But in London, man, there were freaking spice heads everywhere, freaking spice heads, man. And they're like stealing people's stuff. Like there's one dude running by. I saw him walk by one day with like somebody's clearly like a lady's backpack that he'd stolen, a little mini bag, and then freaking the same dude like later on was trying to sell me a freaking a vape, and then he was trying to sell me freaking brand new extendable batteries still in the box, and a watch and headphones. Like, oh yeah, fucking straight thieves, pickpockets, all of it, man. Like run around in groups. They're all high on either heroin, meth, or spice. Spice, like 70% of them are on spice because they can't manage to get any other drugs. But yeah, there's certain parks that it's just spice heads, man, everywhere, dude. Especially around any of the train stations, they're all sitting there shaking a cup, spiced out of their mind, trying to get more change to buy more spice. We're not here in Bath. If there's a homeless person in Bath, they're hiding it very well. Like, I'm the only homeless person who doesn't have a spot to stay tonight in Bath, I'm pretty sure. It's a very nice, old community. Most of the people out here have big money. Or they're just visiting heading home. Cardiff is like the train I was on to get here. If I had stayed on that train, it would have taken me to Cardiff into Wales. But I wanted to come explore Bath. Yeah, exactly. It's way more safe for sure. Like, it's definitely a little stressful out here for real. Like, it's a little stressful. Like, I definitely am down to like smoke with somebody if they have their own and they want to like let me hit their spliff or their joint. I'll hit it, but I'm not gonna like accept a gift. Like, I don't wanna like, I'm not gonna lie, like if somebody walks up and tries to hand me an eighth, I'm like, nah man, like roll me a spliff, I'll smoke it right now and you take the rest of that. Like, I don't want to be caught carrying around. It's not that big of a deal here, but as an American tourist, it could be just that dumb reason that I get deported. Nothing in the universe is worth me not seeing the rest of the world now that I'm here. I had to jump through so many hoops, go through so much bullshit, 9 years on the road to get here, man. I could tell you stories for days of the craziest, sketchiest shit you've ever even heard of that I dealt with in the past 10 years, just trying to exist as a nomad in the States. Now I'm a freaking full-on American tourist YouTuber. That's what I tell people. I'm just an American tourist YouTuber, man. Just got a little travel guide channel. I've got actually quite a large group of people here from Europe already who've added to me. Like, I've had like at least 20 different subscribers since I've been here, including Roger, who I met in London. And now we're hanging, like, we talk on the daily in the mornings and whatnot, and freaking he messages me about all the cool places he can think of. Heck yeah, dude. So cool to hear, Tommy. Let me see if I'm gonna put you down for a second. I'm gonna see if I can find my spliff. I had a spliff that was all like half smoked. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go, Mr. Spliff? Mr. Spliff, Mr. Spliff. Pretty windy, I really hope it didn't blow away. I was sitting right here. It may have blown away. Where'd my swift go? Check my pocket real quick, but I might have set it down. It might have blown away. It's a pretty windy day. There's the lighter they gave me. Oh well. I've already got a decent little buzz going. I don't know what that sound is, y'all. The sound is crazy. That sounds like a siren. Hi, pretty girl. You're so beautiful. There's so many dogs down here by the river. Hi, pretty baby. No, you can have pets, but you can't have my sausage.
Oh, no. Hey.
Yeah, no. I won't let her have it.
No.
But that's why I guarantee why she's over here. Somebody just gave me a fresh Bavarian sausage.
Come on, Baxter. Oh, he can smell it.
Oh yeah, he knows. He's not the first dog who's walked up. He was like, "This guy has something awesome." Another dog walking up trying to steal my sausage from me. Like, hey man, what you got, bro? You got something smell dank over here. So many dogs keep running over. What is that sound?
That was to you.
Car alarm?
That was to you.
Yeah, but yeah.
Did you know if it was a good pass?
I mean, it was a decent pass. I just got here from I just landed in London Heathrow and from California.
Okay, yeah.
And I went and saw, you know, like Trafalgar Square, British Museum, and then I came out to Stonehenge, stayed at the Stonehenge hostel last night, went to Stonehenge today, jumped a train here to Bath, and now I'm sitting here on the side of the river. I'm an American tourist YouTuber, like I'm literally right now on live stream with my people back in the States.
Where from California are you?
Yeah, well, I was out. See, my buddy Kaz just signed on and just said Himpy 420, everyone.
Yeah, that's before 20.
Yeah, Southern California. I was just out in Los Angeles, Escondido. It's between Los Angeles and San Diego in the mountains. But I was just recently, where Kaz is right now, it's an off-the-grid community on an abandoned military base called Slab City.
So what are you?
I know that.
Yeah, that's where my buddy Kaz is right now.
There's no rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that on YouTube.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
crazy.
My buddy Kaz, Community Kaz, he's got like 7,000 subscribers, and he's been YouTubing about slabs for years now.
Yeah, Slab City's crazy. You
Yeah,
know
dude.
why it's just a bit in America, the desert, it's just set up, people come, there's no rules. No rules. Obviously you can't just fucking murder someone, but you can just get away with it now. There's
Happy
no-
holidays. Oh yeah, no, I mean, you can.
You can murder someone.
Well, see, the big thing is, like, when it comes to slabs, how we explain to people is it's not a city with no laws. There are illegal immigrants, and cops do come through looking for specific people, but they won't mess with you unless they've had a call. It's anarchy, and me and the librarian recently have had like a falling out, but they have a very good way of explaining it, and they say, Slab City is not lawless. Slab City is anarchy. So just like in anarchy, where you have the right, quoting her, you have the right to walk into my library and punch me in the face and call me some names, I also have the right to jump over this counter, grab an axe, and beat the living shit out of you with it. Anarchy. But because of that, as long as you go out there and mind your own, like you can just set up camp anywhere and just be your own person and stay away from the meth heads. Like if you don't, like, they're the only sketchy people out there. And if you can find a city in the world where there's not drug addicts.
We don't have meth here.
But you know what I mean. But you know what I mean, like up in London, you know, like crack, heroin, you know, whatever. You know, if you find
it's here as well.
But I'm saying, like, if you find a spot where there's not druggies. But even then, if you don't hang out with them, they mind their own, you know, same thing. So like,
Right, so
I spent like six or seven like winters there and never had a problem. Walk
And
around
if you see
stoned out of my
that,
mind, barefoot, and never had to worry.
It's a lot of homeless in Bath. Like there's a lot of drugs around there.
Yeah, it is what it is. But you know, I
You streaming on
I drink
YouTube or
coffee.
Twitch?
Yeah, that's YouTube.
YouTube.
Nemo, like the fish, Nemo.
Wait. Let me open my.
Did you see what I did there?
My handle is so like @sign, or if you want, I can type it in for you.
I can't get data here. Type me into my notes.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a minute and I'll search it.
Nemo Nos on YouTube.
Over it then.
Nemo Nos on YouTube. I'm Nemo Nos on Instagram as well. So like stuff. If I don't take a video or something, I'll take a picture of it and I'll upload it to Instagram. It is how I met Roger. Something Amy was like, you should go chill down this little path, and like next thing I know, I'm hanging out with Roger.
It's like a holiday.
Permanent.
It's like a permanent holiday for you. You like it, isn't it?
I've been dreaming of it since I was a small child, man.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, you know. Well, I tell people, like you can, like there's a band called Wookiefoot in the States, And there's a really good line in it that describes it the best. It says, "Home free is where I long to be. A pack upon my back and an open road in front of me. Mister, when you look, please don't look down on me. I'm not homeless. I'm home free."
Do you know how to smoke weed in the UK?
Yeah, with a little bit of
smoke
tobacco to hide. Yeah, so,
There you go.
to like hide the smell. You got a paper? Oh,
Paper, yeah.
perfect. Yeah. Thank you guys so
Man, I
much.
was sick, you know, seeing anyway, when I look at something like,
Nah,
why are you using so much cigarette? Why are you using so much
I love
tobacco?
America.
Yeah. But I get it though, you
I
know.
love American culture. You use that backwards, don't you?
Yeah, well, with
Backwards, like the
anything,
blood.
me
Like the
personally, I'm
zigzag.
a big pipe smoker or bongs, man.
Yeah.
The water really cleans it out and it makes it a lot. I can take in more because it filters out some of the
I'm in a
smoke.
hostel though, so we can't have we can't take back bombs.
Oh yeah, of course. Like, you know, like, but like I got a live streamer right here, like Skip. She's from the Netherlands, and she's like, "Come crash on my couch when you get to the Netherlands. I'll smoke you out and show you the real Netherlands." And like, so honored, you know.
I'll go, but I'll DM you on YouTube.
For sure,
How
dude.
long are you in Bath for?
No plan.
I'll message
The next
you
couple
tonight.
days, I want to go see the Roman bath. I'm I'm gonna try to scrape up 17 quid to go to the freaking hostel
Do you
and
drink?
no,
Do you smoke?
I just smoke.
Okay, I'll message you on YouTube.
For sure, man.
Yeah, we'll come back later for a smoke for you or something. Yeah?
Appreciate you, man.
Oh,
Nice
okay.
meeting
You have a beautiful day. Right, even the cops think you're crazy for being a slab, for sure. I mean, that's what I'm here for, Skip, is to see the history. To the ones in the States, and they probably don't even compare. There you go, see? See? So they're talking about, that split probably blew away. And in my head, I was like, it's whatever. It'll come. And then, like, minutes later, they like right after I sat back down, just went back to minding my own business. They walked up. Blessings and stuff, you know? Like, of course I know how to smoke in Europe. It's just like when you're smoking in the States in any place but like Cali or Colorado or anything like that. Like, even if you don't smoke tobacco, like, throw a little bit in the pipe, like throw a little bit in the paper to kill the smell. Like, I'm not a tobacco smoking. I don't smoke cigarettes. But if I need to throw a little bit of fine, like, drum tobacco in a joint to keep me from going to jail because people suck here, I'm cool with that. It's 4:20. I will happily sit here along somebody's car alarm. Car alarms keep going off all over the place. Yeah, I can't wait for that. Like, Skip, that's so awesome. I'm so excited to meet you and go explore history. That was one of my things that I bonded over with Clark, is he's from here, you know? Like he's been telling me all this oh, I feel that too, Cause, but especially here in Bath, which is like a super uptight, rich community. Like, that's why in the description I'm asking for money, any donations towards getting a hostel for the night, because like I can't sleep outside here. Like, there's rich people and sketchy home bums. I don't want to deal with either of them. But yeah, this is really nice bud. Like, it's so sticky, dude. That car alarm can stop anytime now. I just had to listen to Jiminy, man. Yeah, and that's the big thing, man, is like I said to them earlier, like you're not gonna see me with like an eighth unless I'm like, or anything like that. If I'm in like Israel, you know, no, it's a freaking someone's car alarm. Probably somebody who's in a shop and not paying any attention to it. Yeah, buddy, I know. I know. I've got a Bavarian sausage over here. Every dog is super interested. But yeah, no, like that's somebody's car alarm. Like you heard those guys. They said apparently there's a lot of home bums here too. So yeah, that answers your question. Yeah, there's home bums here. They're just not over here down by the water enjoying the sun. They're hiding out away and fucking smoking spice and, as you heard, crack and heroin is the big thing here. Though I literally just heard like 20 minutes ago somebody trying to offer heroin to, offer meth to someone. But it's so rare over here. They were talking about it so casual, like it's just like a newfangled drug to them. It's like, I sometimes use, but I work for I'm training at the mental institution down the way, and I've got a lot of work and training tomorrow, so I would regret staying up on it. But that was the only reason. Like, they were like just so casual about it. And this is like a 9-to-5 regular dude. Like, he looked legit. And like, it was just so casual about it. And I'm just like, wow, it's so weird here, man. The culture difference is just like crazy on certain things. Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust the camera. There we go. Being my cameraman. You're funny, Skip. This is my camera lady, the lovely Skip. Hey, man. Every famous mouthpiece needs an editor, needs a manager, needs a camera lady or man, needs somebody to freaking help them edit. Like, I have the most simple software on my phone, like, I can't, like, do any real, like, editing past, like, putting a little title at the end of it and doing some fades here and there, put, like, little uncopyrighted music, I can't afford, like, anything fancy like PowerPoint or anything like that, or Power Director or whatever the fuck it's called. Zig uses it. That's the only reason I know the name of it. It gives him access to all sorts of images and all sorts of music and stuff that he doesn't have access to normally. But it costs money each month, and like, as somebody who's not even subscribed yet, I definitely can't afford it, Howdy. Himpy 420. I'm from California, hanging out with some I'm a California tourist YouTuber, and I'm hanging out with my live stream. A bunch of kids back in the States. They're all. I only have like 350. I'm not big, I'm just a small travel channel. Yeah, right. One of my YouTube subscribers kicked that down to me. He wanted to make sure I could use I could have access to internet. I mean,
yeah, it doesn't matter how many you've got loyal followers.
Yeah, like, that's all it is. It's like, it's not about being famous. It's about connecting with people. It's like reel to reel. It's a travel vlog, trying to inspire people. Like, at the beginning of it, like my intro says, traveling on pennies, showing you the world with Nemo Nos. Like, it's all about showing, like, look, dude, I'm a broke nomad with freaking like I can't find the little baggie, but I have like a little baggie of chains. It's like maybe got 3 pounds in it to my name right now, You can travel. Like, what do you mean? You make 6 figures a year, but you hear it all the time in the States. I can't afford to travel. Get out of my face and get on the road right now. Go. You sell your house, you quit your shitty job, and you go right now. Like, I almost want to swag him out like it's a small child or a dog, Like, reach through the computer. Like, you see it on Facebook and stuff like that all the time. If traveling was free, you'd never see me again. I want to reach through smack that person in the face and tell them to pack their bag.
It's their idea of traveling, though, isn't it?
Huh?
Their idea of traveling.
Yeah, big fancy hotels and shit, not like a $17 hostel,
Tent or anything. We conditioned to think that humans are allowed, I think, 28 days a year of annual leave from their job. to go out some beach. How long have you been here for?
I flew in. I just got my passport renewed. I flew into Heathrow back on Thursday. Like 1 week today. I checked out. I got stayed at the Generator Hostel in downtown London, which was awful. It was just like a giant freaking hotel. You didn't even have access to a kitchen or anything like that. And there were like at any given moment like 200 kids from Croatia, because there were all these different like school trips. So they're like 14 to like 16, screaming all night long. Like the one kids were bragging to me about, we didn't go to bed till 4 and we woke up at 5. It's like, yeah, when I was 16 I did that too, but I'm 32. I've been walking around all day and I would have really appreciated to go to sleep last night, you little bugger. So then I came out to from there I went out to Stonehenge yesterday, out to the Stonehenge hostel, stayed 2 days there, went to Stonehenge today, came into Salisbury, jumped on a train, and I'm here in Bath. See Bath. I'm just like I said, I'm an American tourist YouTuber, man. I just want to see the history in the world, man. The oldest buildings in America are 400 years old.
Yeah, it's not that old, is it?
It's not even. You can't. Yeah, no. Yeah, let's be real. Yeah, it's not. Let's be real. No, that's not old. That's like, yeah, that's old. This shit's ancient. You're sitting. People are like, there were these kids earlier. They're like, he was all like, why do you look so stoked to be here? And I was like, dude, you may have grown up here and it's used to it, but like in the States, you hear about Bath and like the Roman occupation, the Nords before that, but like our oldest shit is 1492. Columbus got lost in the ocean blue.
When did you come to the UK?
Huh?
What made you come here?
Because I've always wanted to see the whole world, and like, if it was one of the cheaper flights to come into London, and I figure see England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, and then go into the rest of Europe. If I'd flown into Europe, I might have had issues coming here, so I figured I'll see this first and then go see the rest of it. I got a YouTube subscriber who I'm talking to right now, Skip. She's out there in the Netherlands. She's going to show me around when I get out there. So I'm just going, traveling, meeting people, and trying to inspire people to do the same, man.
There's a lot you can do without money.
Yeah, And I'm like, I don't really need much money right now. I don't like, I have £3 to my name. All I really need in the world is like 17 pounds so I can go to a hostel at the YMCA. But other than that, like, because it might be rainy tonight, but other than that, like, I camp outside. I'm a Boy Scout. Freaking, I eat simple foods, backpacker foods, granola bars, like dried sausages, like fruits. And like, I drink a cup of coffee in the morning.
That's a simple life and it's a lot happier, man. Much happier.
Do you mind?
You can answer.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. All I've got is this like spliff with like the tiniest little nugget, and I was gonna enjoy it and appreciate it, but like, I have a feeling there's a little bit more in there. It was all the dude could give, and I'm like, I'm appreciative of it. I'm not gonna talk down to it, but like, I definitely.
You've been traveling your whole life?
So yeah, for sure. Let's see here. Just like trying to get a better grip on it.
Stream on
Just travels on YouTube, and then I take pictures for Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, cool.
I follow your Instagram.
Yeah, I'll give you a follow.
Nemo Nos, like Captain Nemo or the fish, and then the space N-O-S. It's Latin for no one or no name.
Nemo space what's it?
N-O-S.
Okay.
It's Nemo Nos.
Okay.
Weird Latin shit. Or like, in a nutshell, I found out I was born overseas and adopted, and I don't know my original name.
Really?
And I was in Santa Cruz, California, and like everybody there's got a nickname, and I was tired of all the nicknames everybody would give me on the road, like to the point where like people would call me something and I wouldn't respond, not because I was dissing them, but because I genuinely didn't remember that was a fucking name I've been called. I haven't been in Santa Cruz in 3 years,
Yeah.
And somebody was like, well, we can't just call you No Name. There's already a girl in the streets here named No Name. And I was like, bet. Pulled out my little cell phone that only had Wi-Fi signal, walked over to the library, which is like a block over. It was like, No Name, other languages. Second down was Nemo Nos. I was like, Captain Nemo, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, that and Nemo Nos backwards. I'm not the prodigal son. I'm the omen son. Bringing reality back to the world, even if I gotta shove it in their face. Oh, Yeah, man, that sucks, Cole. Working on 420. My buddy, one of my live streamers, he just tuned in and he's like, straight working through lunch. What the fuck, man? Fuck, that sucks.
What
man.
time is it in America? Well, I guess that's different.
Well, Cali is 8 hours behind.
Okay,
So whatever the time, it's like
6 now, so what, 10 a.m.?
yeah, 10.
oh god.
10
got the whole day
and it's
then.
like 12 in Cole, where Cole is in the middle of the States, you know.
You're still got the whole day ahead of him.
Yeah. Well, that's why I usually, when I was on the road in the States, I would do a 9 a.m. live stream, Tuesdays and Thursdays. But to connect with them around that time, I do 5 or 6, 9/10 a.m. there, you know,
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Just reach out. Like I said, it's mostly a travel vlog, you know, to try to inspire people to go the road. And for my friends back who can't, in the States, who can't, who for whatever reason will never be able to travel or can't right now, they can vicariously live through me and be inspired to travel. Like I said, so many people are so convinced that they can't, quote, afford to travel. Like, I literally have less than $3 to my name right now, and I'm living my best life. Like, I wouldn't change it for the world. Like, I've done 5-star banquet serving. I've done lumber mill work. I've done framing, insulation, roofing. Like, I could stop right now and freaking go make 6 figures a year in 2 years. Like, go through a little, like, my trial period, you know, and then from 60K jump up to 130K a year. But then I would be stuck behind a freaking job that I work 6 days a week. And I quit that. Like, when I first got out of the military, I was working for my buddy's dad's construction company. I was working 6 days a week, not Sunday because they're like Christians in the South in America, but 6 days a week, 10 hours a day to make $10 an hour, $100 bill at the end of the day. And after paying my hotel, because there was no apartments available in my little town in Arkansas, I had $15 to my name. I was eating ramen, like cups of ramen, and then trying to go work trying to go work a construction site, like with just no energy because there's no protein, anything in ramen, you know. And I was just like, what am I doing with my life? I just woke up one morning and said, fuck it, and just jumped. Like, no plan, didn't think of it. Never even for a second was like, I'm gonna go backpack around America. I just woke up one morning and was like, nope, I'm done. Grabbed my pickle pack, my old pickle pack from the military, the big tubes, just filled it full of everything I could possibly think of, jumped on a mongoose, like an old school trick bike, and just biked out of Arkansas.
That's sick, man.
Been on the road ever since, backpacking, walking, hiking, train hopping. And then, like I said, I just got here to Europe, so there's the whole rest of the world to see, you know?
There's something very admirable to me about that. It's something I'd genuinely like to do.
So what would you say?
He said, Cole says it's 12:20 here in Central Time.
What would you say has been the biggest difference you've noticed between the people from over in America to the people over in the UK?
The people specifically, because like one of the big things I noticed right away when I landed in London is there's no fucking dumpsters, so they just have trash piled on the streets, like right in front of the restaurants. That was tripped me out. There's like 6-7 freaking garbage bags and shit. And on that same note, you guys have homeless too. Way more homeless than you could possibly imagine. Like, we have millions in Los Angeles. You have like a few thousand in London.
Didn't they pass a law to like?
They can legally.
The police can't move them on now.
Yeah. It's a human rights law.
They're just building the infrastructure to make it so people can stay there, aren't they?
Yeah.
Make it like,
well, no, it's just like they make it hard to live. But yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And but like, you're homeless. Like, we have spice heads and fucking crackheads and heroin addicts too. But like, they're running around pickpocketing and breaking into people's cars. I've been hearing car alarms go off since I got here to Bath, you know? Our home, like, and that pile of trash is huge. Our homeless, they're fucking raiding your dumpsters and fucking taking all the cans and fucking recycling and fucking making their money.
Yeah, man. Sure.
If they're robbing anyone, they're robbing their tweaker friends. And it's not really robbing him, it's just, I'm stealing this for a while, then it's cool. Like, I've heard tweakers like, yeah, he stole my freaking watch the other day. So, you know, when he wasn't at his house, he was out looting. I went to his house, grabbed my watch back, and I've got his DVD player for a couple days till he notices. It was just like, they were like, just like shrugging off. It's like, it's just what we do, you know? I'm just like, okay, tweaker.
What's a tweaker?
Meth head, yeah. It's a more common street term for meth head, yeah.
We don't get
But like,
there's no meth
but
in
like,
the UK.
we're like super methed out though. Where like, we call them tweaking because like, they get so like
take
weird.
full-
They start taking apart shit and tweaking out. Like, fucking take a fully functioning camera and we'll take it apart, convinced in their meth mind that they can make it better. They come down and there's just a pile of broken shit and they wander off. Don't ever hand your tweaker anything that's yours, that you give a fuck about. If it's a lighter, a pen, anything, because they will find a way to either fix it or just break it. On some whole other level of shit, man.
Yeah, man. Well, going back to that, the amounts of homeless. When you have that massive volume of people, they're bound to start creating a little community within themselves. It's nature, innit? They're gonna start using resources that they've got.
Whatever that may be.
Exactly.
You got a life.
Even if that's their fellow tweakers' possessions. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's kind of sucks, but you know, once again, it's one of those things where like, y'all don't have an issue with drug addicts. You see them, you let them mind their own business. You don't go hang out next to them, and you don't have an issue with drug addicts. Yeah. It's the same thing in the States. Like unless you go hang out under a bridge with the tweakers, you're not gonna have to deal with tweakers. Yeah. I mean, every place in the country has, like, depending on where in the States, because like not every place in the States has like, West Coast has tweak, East Coast is crack. There's heroin everywhere, and there's spice heads everywhere. Yeah.
I don't really know what's
the guys that just told me that here in Bath it's crack, heroin, and spice. That weird fucking fake weed.
Everywhere.
But he said like it's really big here. Like some like dude like who like lives here. He was like, dude, like it's pretty bad here because he works for the mental institution here. He works for the mental institution here. So like that's what they get is is crackheads and heroin addicts, and then like weird people who are like lost their mind on spice.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm from a quite isolated town.
That's Ash.
Southwest of England. So like, even moving here, which is not a massive city, like the amount of just like people that are like that, and it's like people that are just like a bit bonkers, you know what I mean?
And it's because of that weird drug they chose.
No one looks after them, sort of thing. They've been left to sort of just like roam.
Well, but at least like here they've got a place to come in and it's free. In the States, we have so many homeless, and maybe 25% of them are alcoholics and drug addicts. The other 75% are people with some sort of mental instability that, because they don't have insurance, because they're on the streets, they can't go to a hospital. They can go in, they can check themselves in an emergency room, they'll get like the 2 weeks emergency room thing, and then they kick them back on the streets. If they don't have money and insurance or fucking rich family to send them on to the next facility, they're back on the streets.
Would they still get billed for that, the 2 week period? They get billed for it, but if they have no means to pay, then...
So you're in fucking debt?
So, or would you just get refused at the door if you approached like a
not at the emergency room.
At the
emergency room, but emergency room up to $1,000.
Okay.
Anything past initial like stapling up your head or like wrapping your leg up, past that they send you to a specialist, and then if you don't have insurance or money, you're not going to that specialist. You're seeing a home bum walking around with like a shitty wrapped cast, like an ace bandage, where he should have a full-on surgery and cast, but that's the only thing he could afford. He's got a broken leg, walking around on like a crutch he found.
Wait, so in the emergency room they're bound to like sort of protect the sanctity of life and give you like £1,000. Basically.
See, he says out here on the East Coast, it's also fentanyl is really big out there. He said East Coast Fent Gang.
I've heard about that.
Like just like 1 in 50%, like a 50% chance that like it could kill you every time.
That was an invention of the American pharmaceutical industry.
I'm not sure about it.
I think it was first synthesized by Johnson.
I know it was recent. Like it was definitely like.
It was first synthesized by Johnson & Johnson, I believe.
Wouldn't surprise me. They're fucking sketchy bastards. That makes sense.
Whereabouts in England are you heading after Bath then? Are you going to stay for a while?
Do you have any plans?
I wanted to see Bath, obviously, but then
you should go to Bristol.
Part of me wants to go down to Land's End first.
Hey, that's where I'm from, Cornwall.
Yeah, we're all the way down there at the tip, and then come up, and then go up into Bristol.
You should stop.
I've got a YouTube subscriber from Wales who said when I come through there, I can come crash on his couch. He'll show me around Wales.
You should check out Glastonbury.
Check out Glastonbury.
What?
You should check out Glastonbury.
Glastonbury.
Yeah, I'm from Glastonbury myself.
You're definitely
because I'm here for the old culture, you know. Like that's why I was so bored with like the only thing that felt old culture. Walking around London, I was like, hey, look. It's Mary Poppins land. And she was like in what, like the early 1900s. That isn't old, you know.
Glastonbury's like renowned in the UK for being very spiritual, and I guess it's like a place of like sort of
a lot of history. Yeah, a lot of age,
Glastonbury Abbey, which was one of the abbeys that was demolished by King Henry VIII.
Okay.
The revolt against whatever.
Yeah, that's a good route. If you go, say Bath to Glastonbury, then
you're from down Land's End, right?
Yeah, well, I'm from Cornwall.
North, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
so there's supposedly Like, there's like a bike path that goes from there all the way to northern Scotland. That like goes like it hugs the coast mostly, but it doesn't go around that circle. I want to go around that circle, but I pretty much just want to follow that all the way up to something G.
Gross.
There we go.
That's the most northern point.
Yeah, the most northern point. Yeah.
Man,
From the most southern point to the most northern point. I walked from the top of Washington in Canada to the bottom of California one summer, following the coast. 3.5 months just. Waking up, getting up, and I have a little water filter straw in my pack. So if I can't find water and don't have any left in my camel pack, I just drink out of any puddle, any stream.
Drink your own piss, mate.
Yeah. Not so much though. I'm not Bear Grylls, that fucking guy talking about. Sometimes you're in the middle of the woods, and there's no water. So what you got to do is you got to kill a snake. And he runs over and just fucking cuts the head off a snake with a machete. He's like, now you got your big long snake. You take the skin off of it. You can keep the meat if you want to, but more importantly, you now have a vessel. And then he steps behind a fucking bush and starts pissing into this fucking long ass rattlesnake. He's like, now you've got water. And he's all like drinking his own piss out of a rattlesnake skin. I'm like, this is why people think Americans are stupid, dude. They see you and they're like, "Wow, American Boy Scout, huh?" It's like, nah, man, I'm way more woodsy than Bear Grylls.
So whereabouts in America were you from?
That West Coast story, heck yeah, Kontomi was amazing. Like days, weeks sometimes where I didn't see another soul because the beaches were there wasn't even a road within 50 miles. It was amazing. But let's see here. I was adopted, fostered to Ohio. The day I turned 5, we moved to San Antonio, Texas. Halfway through grade 6, we moved to West Virginia, back up by New York. 8th grade, where's the should know together? My parents put me in, or adopted parents put me in Chamberlain Hunt Christian Military Boarding School in Port Gibson, Mississippi. Oh, other level of just. Oh my God, I could go on for hours about the fuckery of that place. It actually got shut down in like back in 2014 because it had like over 200 years of fucking the most fucked up complaints from like attendees and parents alike. It finally got shut down by the state. It's a historical place now, and you can go look at it. But yeah, it's not allowed to be a school ever again because it was so fucked. Thankfully, in 9th grade, they couldn't afford to send me back, and they'd moved to Arkansas. And from 9th grade to 12th grade, like senior year, I was in a small town, like 20 miles, literally from the exit of my neighborhood. There was a road sign that says 20 miles Little Rock, like so just outside of Little Rock, Arkansas, the big capital, you know. And then I got out. They moving around a whole bunch. They messed up my credits, and they told me my senior year that I was going to have to come back for a whole other year to make up my 10th grade English, math, and all that shit that they'd lost.
Well, because of the amount of like transferring you.
Yeah, they lost my credits for my 10th grade year. They literally just lost it switching out between schools. Like one school sent it, and they didn't receive it when they asked for it again. It had already been deleted. I'm like, what the hell the fuck's that my problem? I had a 3.5 that year, dude. Almost a 4.0 perfect score. Whatever. I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna go drop out and get my GED. Dropped out, scored a 720.
I didn't know anything about American education.
The max is 800. A senior in college. I scored like a perfect A's as a sophomore, like second year in college. But because I was in Arkansas, the only thing that my scholarship gave me was 2 years at an associate school where you could either be a nurse or a mechanic. There were no dorms, so I would have been homeless trying to go to school. And so I went into the military, signed up as a demolition expert, 13 Fox, Ford Absorber, blowing shit up. They decided that they were going to change my MOS, my military operations, my job, operations specialist, to 11 Bravo infantryman, shooting at people and being shot at. I never wanted to kill a soul. And they also informed me that because my recruiter had been recently fired for some dumb shit, I wasn't going to get my signing bonus of $40,000 that I signed up. That was part of my signing thing because they're solely in charge of it. So they screwed me out of being able to blow stuff up, my signing bonus. And the only other reason I joined up was to travel. So I said, fuck it. Got out, spent a couple weeks at a friend's house. Their roommate stole my debit card from U.S.D, the military bank I was waiting to freaking get my last installment on from out of my room somehow. Freaking spent the $900 I had left over, the other $1,200 that came in, and then $200 in a deficit. spent the next 2 weeks trying to argue with USAA, and the only thing they did was bring me from 200 deficit to 0 and told me good luck. It's small claims court that would take like $5,000 to get my fucking $3,500 back. And like I said, I woke up in that shitty house one day and it's just like, I'm working odd jobs to fucking live here and fucking a place where like my roommates didn't still let that dude come through. Like, it was like, and so I woke up the next morning, like literally, just woke up one morning. I stole his mongoose bike because he'd fucking stolen fucking almost $3,000 from me. I'm taking your shitty trick bike, and I biked in Arkansas. Been on the road ever since.
My brother, man.
Like, real to real.
I can see what your urge to just fuck off and.
I'm done. Fuck the bullshit. I'm done.
Yeah, man, you meet some interesting people.
Oh yeah, man. I've had some amazing experiences in my life, and like so many amazing experiences.
How are they able to do that with the military bank? Like, so your wages for the military are only paid in the military bank?
Yes.
You can't get it into like a Chase account.
Well, you can, but like they prefer you to have a military bank, and like my dad, I grew up with an FBI agent, so he was in government, and he always used USAA. It's supposed to be the most legit for the government. And they go out of their way to take care of you, and they fucked me.
Even consumer rights in the UK, if my card got stolen and someone spent money on it, the bank would reimburse me. So
yeah, that's what I'm fucking saying, man.
I don't understand how they can like not get around that financial.
And it was military to military, retired or like discharged or not. I had a G12 general discharge with honors. Like, there was nothing wrong with me. It was pretty much, they're like, hey, we're gonna just kind of write it off as you were never here. We're gonna pay you out. If you have some VA issues, you can go to the VA, but otherwise, unless you want to fight it, we're not gonna give you anything. I was like, cool, man, I'm just gonna go travel. Like, I've never even, like 99.9% of people, I've never told that I went through any of that shit. Like, I'm not trying to steal valor. I was never deployed. And like, and because I was only in for like a year and like 9 months, like, I wasn't in long enough to get any benefits without fighting for it, and it's just never anything. I started like in Slab City, that anarchist community where my buddy's at right now. Freaking, they come through like VA, and like I've never gone over there. It's never, even if they told me I could, I've always felt it's not my right, you know. I was never deployed. That's for people that literally had to deal with war, not just fucking basic training and fucking weekend warrior fucking reserve shit waiting to be deployed, you know, waiting for my AIT, my job training. When they told me, yeah, we could send you. I don't know.
No, it's mine though. That's the order.
But whatchamacallit, they said we could send you across. I was in Georgia at the time. To Oklahoma to Fort Seal for your AIT training. But you're the only one who's leaving Fort Benning for the next 6 sessions. Everybody else is here to be 11 Bravo, so we're just going to turn you into 11 Bravo. It's not worth our money to send you across the states. And then pops out of my mouth, like involuntary. I'm standing there in front of my captain. Like, it almost like, I didn't mean to say it. I was like, as soon as I said it, I was like, oops, like, fuck. Spoke out of turn, you know? But I was like, it just popped out of my mouth. I was like, well, at least I have my signing bonus. Yeah, about that. Your recruiter is solely in charge of your signing bonus. Your recruiter just recently got in trouble for having porn on his government laptop. Nothing CD, just a white guy with some Asian girls, but it was on our laptop, not his. He's been fired, and you don't have a recruiter. You don't have a $40,000 signing bonus. I was like, you're just going to change my job? You can't do that. I signed up for this. When you swore in, you became government property. I can do whatever I want with my property. And it was between change my job, take my money, and then you called me property. I was like, nah, bro, let me out. I spent like 2 weeks in medical bay because they were waiting until the next medical people to ship out. Once again, they didn't want to spend a bunch of money on me. Shipped me back to Arkansas. Was there for a couple weeks. Had that happen.
How is the U.S. military so efficient if it's
because they have a turnover rate of 1 billion. Everybody and their mom, they can fucking reject people like wildfire because by the most stupid classifications for whatever. That's why the nickname Flatfoot was given to cops back in the 50s, is because the arches in the military boots are so intense that if you have flat feet, it's not worth them to specialize a boot for you.
Yeah.
They just reject you from the military, and then the only option was to become a cop. That's why it was an insult. Ha, Flatfoot, you couldn't make it in the military, so you had to become a fucking cop. I fought in wars, you fucking cop. Yeah, and that's where that came from.
So it's actually very competitive to actually get it.
It's really hard. It's not expensive, but it's very hard.
Yeah.
And you also have to pass. You also have to pass the ASVAB. And the higher you get on ASVAB, that's how the military aptitude test. That's how they judge you out.
That's quite different to the UK, I'd say, because like, I think.
And then there's like places like Israel where it's conscripted no matter what.
Well, yeah,
you got like in Israel where it's conscription.
Yeah,
Every single person from 18 to 20 goes in the military. Does not freaking matter unless you have like a severe physical disability. Severe physical ability. My friend, I met her. So her name's Netta. She's traveling the world, and I met her in slabs from Israel, and she told me that. She's like, unless it's, I saw people in there with crutches holding a gun, like severe disability. Like you have to have like born with no legs.
I think there is a place for some sort of conscription in society that I'd say like maybe for 1 year, like for like the humanitarian thing or like the human like to I think it would be beneficial for some people in our age group to be able to do just for like doing humanitarian things like the humanitarian doing that for a year. Not like being
I swear up and down, like everyone, if you have the opportunity between freaking like high school is what we call it in the States, or last year's. That goes till 18 in the States, by the way. Fuck you guys going into college at 17, lucky bastards. But like, what was it saying? High school, got hit in the head. Help me, help.
I'm too high.
Yeah, right. That's what my friend just. That's first thing that natural rights there just said is hi. It's like, yeah, that's the problem. Fuck you. But no. On the military, it's like, you know, like. So many people in the States, all they do is like they grow up doing that one thing, you know. They want to go into the military, and like even though like but because so many people want to, they get rejected. But like thank you, caught myself. But the big thing I tell people, if you have the opportunity, like fresh out of high school, even if you plan on going to college, go a year abroad. No matter what that means. If that means you live in the UK and you just go wander over to fucking Scotland because you've never left. I met people who are 80 in fucking London said they've never been up to Scotland or Wales. It's like you live on the same freaking tiny floating island and you've never been out of London. Go anywhere but your hometown and experience anything else. You've grown up here. It's all you know. Go experience some other. Go know.
Yeah. I definitely would like to do that. I've been traveling.
So many people, so many kids in America, like they're like, especially like if they're from a well-off family, they'll take a year off before college and they go travel Europe. Yeah.
I think
and then come back with a fresh perspective and go to college.
Our age group as well, that we had all the COVID stuff. We can travel for years, you know, like properly, like.
Yeah, we still have plenty of opportunity.
Yeah. Like I've been.
I'm not exactly sure what that means. Natural rights. Yay! I made it. Happy 420 to you, Special Ed. I'm totally not sitting here in Bath enjoying a spliff.
Yeah.
What's the palm then, boys?
Well, no, yeah. I figured out what it was, Tommy. Thank you, though. Thanks for hanging out and sharing, man. I appreciate you.
It's been fun. It's been really nice to
speak about this.
I figure you guys are about to head out, right? I'm gonna come sit back over here and freaking lean against this backpack some more, man.
I wish you luck in your travels.
Thanks, man. And like I said, look me up on YouTube. And I'm gonna be doing videos whenever I go anywhere cool. And I do live streams, try to connect with people.
I very much recommend Glastonbury. Check out Glastonbury.
Google it. Even. Like I said. On my YouTube, any video, doesn't matter, just comment. If you comment, I'll see it. Just comment that name, because I got hit in the head. I won't remember it in like 10 minutes. Just to be real about it. Like, I have the worst memory in the world, man. That's half the reason I have a YouTube channel, is so I can, like, for me, I can travel blog and, like, show, where you been? Just show people, like, look, I was here. Oh, yeah, I was here. That was cool. I remember that.
Yeah. Do you eat meat?
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you. You guys have a great day, man.
Take care.
I'm gonna sit here and enjoy Bath, you know?
Take care.
Second, y'all, I'm gonna throw my jacket on real quick. It's getting a little chilly now that the sun's going down. That's the main reason why I'm trying to get the hostel tonight. Is it may rain tonight, but it's also supposed to be like 36 tonight. Whatever, 13 degrees Celsius. So whatever that means. It's supposed to be dog cold, you know? That's why the Fundage links are in the description. That's what that's asking for. Just give me a second. Let me get resituated. Much better. And actually, because the sun's going down, let me grab my battery real quick before getting situated. Pretty sure it's right here in one of these pockets. There we go. Perfect. 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 Okay. Wrap up my solar panel real quick. Give me a second. It's a badass 4-panel solar panel. Joys of Sorrows kicked it down to me. He said he got it, and I was looking to try to get one, and I hadn't really managed to get one. And he was all like, I'd rather have you to have power, and I'll just get another one. So like, it's an amazing kickdown. It's a true blessing. I definitely needed it, and I definitely use it, and we'll use it and baby it. It sits in the very top of my pack in a safe little pouch. making sure it's nice and safe. Well, I gotta put you guys down for a second so I make sure I put it away properly. Just an American tourist. Don't mind me. I don't know what you just said, but okay. I don't know what you just mumbled at me, but okay, dude. That's to see that you'll get that a lot here in Bath. They told me, like the one guy told me that I was talking about from the therapy hospital, freaking the mental institution. That Bath's a really nice place. A lot of like old, rich British and Welsh people move out here. So like, even if you're an American tourist just chilling, like they don't like you. And it's like, it's just like going through like Los Angeles, man. Like, or walking through up the coast through any nice town. Like, cops show up like 6 times a day. Just me just walking along the beach. We've had calls, dude. All I've done all day long, just like I told the other 5 officers who've talked to me before today as well, all I've been doing all day long is walking. If I was sitting anywhere for any amount of time, it's probably like 5-10 minutes max to recuperate my legs, drink some water, and then I kept walking. If you got a call, it was from some like little old lady or some paranoid rich person, and that is not my fault. Okay, let me see if I miss. Okay, let me scroll back up and try to catch up. Okay, Big D, a.k.a. DI6 Automatic. He's a vegan along with KRS1, by the way. Okay. TLC Automatic released hip-hop songs with Beast 1313 and Beast HR KR's rap mentor. Don't know who those people are, but that sounds cool. I love music, and a good lyricist is a good lyricist. I grew up listening to opera and everything under the sun. Literally going to get mine out of the car right now. Happy 420 shit gang. Beast went on tour together. Detour was called Stop the Violence. GSO pronounced like diesel. Okay. For sure. Yeah, never hear whoop whoop. Yeah. Yeah. I know what that, yeah. I know of these things. Oh my god, this amazing sandwich was given to me. Oh. He literally opened it up fresh. He just bought it fresh, ate the other half, and just gave it to me. So many blessings today. Cool, dude. Where are you from, Natural Rights? Fair enough. to each their own. I'm just a curious traveler. I mean, clearly I'm a traveler. I was just in California, and now I'm sitting here in the Roman baths. Like, oh my god, dude, just, oh, amazing. Nice, Cote. That sounds tasty. Well, you guys just saw what I just did. I sat there and smoked those 2 big old joints. And it was like the tiniest little bit of weed, not like what I've got, like a 4th weed and 3/4 tobacco. That was like 20. I could smell it when they put, like, he had put it out of a fancy little jar, you know. I could just tell, like, that's fancy. And it had just, and maybe it had like 10-20% tobacco max in that. It was just enough to kill the smells. You know, good weed, man. I am baked. That was amazing. Oh my god. Wow. Well, that was amazing. Yeah, happy days. Now if I can just figure out how to pull this hostel off and get inside for the night, I'll be the happiest of Nemos. But it's only 6. It's just coming up on 7 right now, you know, so. We're at 1:23. I figure I'll do 2 hours. Do a nice long stream here. Let you guys see the sunset behind me and see how Bath looks like in the evening. That's funny, Special Ed. Well, my view's prettier. Nice. Coffee. Oh, I smoked a couple J's. Bye, natural rights. I smoked a few spliffs, but like mostly, pretty much a J because they were just so little tobacco. Those guys smoked with me and then walked off. They were just enjoying their 422. Nice area, nice water. It's so beautiful, dude. And there's that big fancy steeple there. You can't see it because the bridge isn't, like, it's up over the bridge, but like Bath is right there. It's a super historic city. Let me walk you over to the street real quick so you can see. I'm sitting here in this little park. But look at this. This is just the little spot I'm chilling at. This is where Nemo is, y'all. Nemo's in fucking Bath. What have you done lately? What are your plans for the summer? Why the fuck aren't you in Bath? Look at this beautiful fucking spot. And this is just what I can show you within 15 seconds of my little backpack. Do you see this, man? That's the little bench down there where those ladies were that smoked with me right before I came and sat down with y'all. Do you see it, y'all? Do you see this shit, man? Are you fucking kidding me, man? Beyond stupid, amazing, and old, man. Just amazing. You know. Oh, they left their bottle. Oh, nice special ed. Yeah, Roger Clark. Some of us didn't get the joy of growing up in the UK, goofy ass. With your like freaking family tartan and freaking actual clan and like old fucking family. Psh, psh. Some of us are foster care kids who are lied to by the government and don't know where they're from. So, nah, okay. Are you kidding me? I declare for love for not America all the time. I've been ranting and raving for years about wanting to come over to see the rest of the world. I hate America. America's fucking boring. Like, I'm trying to inspire. This is the whole reason this channel exists, is try to inspire people to go travel. That's why at the beginning of my video it says "Traveling on Pennies, Bringing You the World" by Nemo Nas. Like, everybody, you see that shit on Facebook, Instagram all the time. Like, if traveling was free, you'd never see me again. I want to reach through and smack that dude in the forehead and should have had a V8 and tell him to go on the roads. Like, you have how much money in the bank? You make how many figures? Like 6-7 figures a year, and you can't afford to travel? Quit your shitty job or your good job. Sell your house. Sell all the bullshit in your house that you haven't looked at in the past 3 months, because I guarantee there's a lot of it. And then go on the road. And if you have a bunch of books, get a Kindle. Done. Go see the world. I mean, yeah, but you got to see all that shit when you were a kid. I didn't get to see any of this stuff when I was a kid. Nah. It's fresh and amazing to Nemo. If that's what you meant. Otherwise, I don't know what you mean about 50. You lost me there, bub. Well, cool then. Yeah, so, meh, rabble. We had this discussion. Anybody under 100's a kid. Buddhist teachings and principles. Well, Buddhist readings, Nemo principles. I've been calling kids back. I've been calling people, ask anybody who knows me from the States, I've been calling people kids for years. Even to the, like, severe anger of multiple old people. Like, I'm 80, you call me a kid? It's like, yeah, see? There you are, you're a kid right there, fucking getting all pissy about something petty. You're still a child. I don't give a fuck if you're 80. You don't have wisdom. With age comes wisdom. You don't have wisdom, becomes age, you know? Just because you're old, you don't have wisdom, you know? There's a lot of people like that. You're smart, you're well-read, you have wisdom, you have thought about things. Most people in the States are just old. They did the same factory job for 80 years, that's all they know, and they're just old and crotchety, and hate anything they don't understand, which is most things. I should save that for a little later, because I am baked right now, and future Nemo will appreciate having that. But yeah, you know, a hobbit. Silly hobbitses. I love that scene in the second one when they're coming into or the third one? Yeah, the third one they're coming into Isengard, and Merry and Pippin are chilling there, and they walk up and they're like sitting on this arch, and Gimli's like, "Look at you lads, drinking and smoking," and Pippin just looks down. "We are sitting here, holding a big-ass pipe, all baked as fuck. We are sitting here on a field of victory, enjoying some much-deserved splendor. The salted pork is particularly good." And Jimmy's like, "Salted pork?" Yeah, long bottom leaf. For sure, Skip. Different cultures, reading books from around the world, reading from anything from like before this, like the last 2 centuries, like reading a storybook, like reading the classics. I grew up with a dad who like was like grew up with the classics, so like he was giving me like I was in like 3rd grade and when he gave me Huck Finn, you know, like I was seeking out my own giant books in the library. I've always been enthralled with learning. That's why I've been looked so bored for the last 2 years, because I've already seen it all. I was like, this is dumb. Yep, there's Seaside again. Woo! Just like those kids earlier who were just like, why are you so, like that one kid was so confused that I was so excited to see baths. It's like, look, dude, you live here. You grew up here your whole life. To you, you've seen this every day. It's like growing up in San Antonio, Texas, and freaking every single relative that comes through wants to see the Tower of Americas, the Riverwalk, and the Alamo. I could give 2 shits about the Alamo. As far as I'm concerned, the Alamo is San Antonio's Blarney Stone, and every true Texan should go piss on that thing. Fucking Alamo. Goofy asses. There's like 47 something like that missions in and around San Antonio and around the Alamo where we actually won the battle, and it was really amazing. But like the only one they taught me in history class from kindergarten to halfway through 6th grade was about the Alamo. That's the only thing anybody talked about. I wouldn't have known about those other missions if my dad wasn't a history buff, and like on weekends we'd go eat a big meal and go walk around a mission. Otherwise I would have had no clue, you know. Nobody talks about it. People that live right there in San Antonio, you mention the other missions, they're like, there's no other missions, there's the Alamo. It's like, I've lived here for 30 years, boy, you don't know what you're talking about. It's like, well, I don't argue with them, I don't argue with ignorant people, but in my head it's like, well, I've been there, so I'm pretty sure they exist. But okay, Mr. NASCAR, you're right. I will agree and go along with an idiot or somebody who wants to be ignorant and not try to educate themselves, because I'm not trying to waste my time. I will let them live inside of their ignorance. Some people want to be there, I'm not trying to rip them out. I can be a helping hand out of ignorance if wanted, but I'm not trying to drag a soul, man. I'm not the fisher of men, I'm the guy who sits by the river. Fucking long bottom leaf. Yeah. Fucking, what was it when he touched the... Don't get me started, Clark. Don't get me started. Oh, I could say some deep-seated, probably from just dealing with it from my childhood, some pretty deep-seated hate about just how retarded the whole thought process of an Indy 500 is. Even the people there, like, the only thing I'll say about that is, like, the only people there that are, like, there and pay thousands of dollars, they're in the middle of it, they got their RVs parked there, they're drunk as shit, and they only pay attention to the last, like, 4 to 10 laps, because the only ones that matter. The rest of it is just fucking, like, 9 hours of some dudes driving in a circle. So they get really drunk and wait and tune into the best of it. Yeah, exactly. NASCAR, mastering the left turn. Remember, go right for Dale. He turned right for our sins. I've heard people in Arkansas say that with, like, real, like, love in their eyes, and I'm just like, oh, my sweet, sweet summer child. You know, what, one of my favorite slightly off humor jokes. Sorry, Clark. Yeah, European guy, human shape. You, Mr. UK. But one of my favorite jokes is, what does Princess Diana, Pink Floyd, and Dale Earnhardt have in common? Their last big hit was The Wall. Yeah, right. Yeah, I know, right? Exactly. Jesus ain't redneck enough. He ain't a good old boy. We need a good old boy. Represent us. Ugh. Like, people, like, in the States and, like, some people in the UK and other parts have seen King of the Hill, and they find it funny because it's a funny show. Mike Judge is a really good writer. But, like, I lived in San Antonio, Texas from, like, the summer before kindergarten to halfway through 6th grade. That's real. Like, I'm convinced Mike Judge went and hung out in Arlington. That's a real place. And hung out in Arlington for like a week and was like, I'm turning this shit into a show. Have you seen these people? Like, I know so many fucking, I know so many Peggy Hills, like, who, like, think that they speak Spanish, but it is the worst, what we call Tex-Mex you ever heard in your life, man. Texican. Like, you don't speak Spanish, Peggy. Stop. They get all pissed, too, that people, like, the schools won't let them teach English. It's like, well, you can't speak Spanish. How the hell they're supposed to learn English from you, you crazy person? Right? How much wider do they need to make? Jesus. Yes. That's so real. I remember that stupid movie with Will Ferrell, the racing movie, fucking The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. Dear tiny little baby white baby Jesus. Jesus wasn't a baby. Well, I want to pray to the little baby Jesus. You can talk about he needs to pray to the adult Jesus. Baby Jesus didn't do the miracle. Adult Jesus did. Well, I want to pray to tiny little white baby Jesus. It's like, you have no clue how on point that is for the South, man. If you're not from the South, and but you go there and it's like, you know, it's like they say, the South and redneck areas, like country folk, is a good place to be from, because you grow up with cool and good, like, real values. You ignore the racist dumb shits because fuck them. And then, like I said, it's a good place to be from. As in, you left. Like, just like Ohio. That's what you hear on the road all the time. Ohio's a great place to be from. And I don't go there. I don't have any intention of going back to the States. And I definitely have no intention of going back to Arkansas or Ohio. Sorry. Freaking trying to... Oh, zoomed in on my eyeball. Come on, there we go. Look into my soul as I stare through your screen. Whoa. Baptized in Key West. You was baptized off the coast of Florida. Deep South. See, in America, if you want to get like racing though, like shit that I find cool is Indy racing, like Indy cars, like Indy 500, tiny little like look like box cars with like crazy engines that go like 5,000 miles an hour, and like they go all over the place super fast, and they got those crazy fat wheels that they have to change out like every few laps or whatever because they're freaking going so fast, it just shreds through them. Like, you see it in Italy a lot. Like, I love that shit. Formula One. There we go. Couldn't think of the thing. Formula One racing. That's racing. But, yeah. NASCAR is just driving in a circle. Like, some of them are slightly shaped more like an oblong or some more like a circle. But any place, if you're a professional driver, will let you show up weeks in advance and go pay to drive around in a circle and get to know the track, as they say. Like, my neighbors directly across the street from me when I lived in San Antonio, Texas, were like so obsessed with NASCAR. Like I grew up learning way more than I ever had any interest in learning. I was like, but it came with growing up in freaking Florida. I mean, or Texas, you know. America isn't class enough for them their Formula Ones. Why you only got one, man? We got 500 horses. Oh, it's so bad, man. It's so bad because it's way too close to being on point. Holy shit, you guys. Well, I don't know if anybody sent me 17 pounds or a.k.a. an American 21, like 21 or something. I think I like something like 21 something for 17 pounds. But I hope somebody did. And if anybody who's recently in the stream, that's what I'm trying to earn up today. If I can pull that out, that'd be amazing. It's supposed to get really cold tonight, and it might be freaking really... It might be really, Yeah. Weird. Might be really cold tonight, and it might rain tonight. Like, it's supposed to be pretty rainy the next few days. So like, I'm really trying to push towards getting that. And if it is what it is, and I have to sleep outside, like, it'll suck. But you know, it is what it is. But if anybody's feeling generous and wants to help support the channel, it'll go towards getting me a £17 hostel tonight, and then at the Bath YMCA hostel here in Bath. It's like literally like I was looking when I got on the train. That was like, it's like a few blocks away from the train station, which is like right across the river. That's that big building behind me, is the train station. You can kind of see it, but like, it's right around the corner. Like a 2-minute walk, and then it's like a 20-minute walk to the hostel. I get out of the rain and everything in the morning, and then anything the rest of that would any other monies that come in past that, I'm gonna use to pay any sort of fees for anything around here. Like, I'm pretty sure the bath is free to go see the Roman bath, but there's a lot of other stuff here that like might be like a few pounds entry fee, so that would go towards that. The more pocket monies I got to spend on this stuff, the more places I'll go in and film and show and explore with y'all. I just literally only have a few quid to my name at the moment. Like, I have a tiny little baggie with like change in it. And that's like all the money I have currently. It's £1 and then some just change. I think I have like maybe another $1 in change. So, not to beg you guys, never to beg you guys, but if you want to show support, my Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal are in the description. And I would love nothing more in the world right now to be able to sleep inside. Like, it's gonna get pretty cold tonight. It's already getting pretty breezy. So like, that would make my day. But once again, not trying to spank y'all. Like that's not what this channel's about. But if you want to show support, I would greatly appreciate it today. I've got all the food in the world I need. People giving me food, and I still have tons of backpacking food, but I spent my money on freaking trains today trying to get around, you know, so like, I'm broke. Appreciate you guys. And anybody who's donated in the past, like, you can donate again, but never feel free like you need to. Like, I appreciate it, but like, you know, like, and like I said, I'm not trying to make my channel about this. I feel weird even asking y'all. Like, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be an e-beggar, you know. Like, I know so many people that's all they are, and I like that. That's not what I'm trying to be, you know. I'm trying to get just enough subscribers to become monetized, so I'll never have to ask you guys for another penny, and I'll be able to like get like cool merchandise for you just sitting around, like traveling on pennies with Nemo Nas, like as like stickers and shirts, you know, like fund my journey that way, you know. Like, I want to be the next David Attenborough, Samantha Brown from the Food Network Travel Channel, you know, like Steve Irwin, Jeff Corwin. Like, since I was the smallest kid in the world, all I ever wanted to be was like to do was to show the world and bring the world to people and inspire them to travel too. So, once again, sorry about that, but like, if you're feeling generous, I would greatly appreciate that. And the funded links are in the description of this live stream and in my recent ones at the Stonehenge Hostel, at the Stonehenge most recent, then Stonehenge Hostel, then in the British Museum, and then the Tower London, Trafalgar Square. Those are all videos I've done, edited videos, and the links for my funds, my Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo are there as well. And like I said, I would greatly appreciate it. It would make my night to be able to sleep inside, because it's already getting pretty chilly. I mean, I've got good gear and I could pick it out, but like, if it starts raining tomorrow, like I'll be miserable for the next day, 2 days, 3 days, especially if I have no way to dry out, you know. Definitely not going to be a cheery person. Like, I walk out of the hostel into the rain with my bag covered and wearing my trench coat and go explore in a city where there's next to no one there, and we can go check out the Roman baths by ourselves pretty much. But I definitely don't want to go wander around soaking wet, you know. So like, if anybody could help me out with that blessing, or a couple of you throw $1 here and there to like add up to it, I would greatly appreciate it. But anyways, back to the stream. This little like canal, man. I was just listening a while back to a guy who works for the mental institution. His friend came through, the one who gave me the sausage. He said that it's he said it's he's like, can't you take your boat up to he was like, you want to go on a boat ride? He's like, can't you take your boat up to Bristol? And he's like, no, the locks are closed, like, you know, like, because there's canals and locks here. Like, that's just amazing, dude. Like, this place is just truly gorgeous, man. It's like some fairy tale shit, you know? Like, growing up in the States with, like, a dad who was obsessed with history and was always watching the History Channel and freaking telling me to read all these old books. Like, this is stuff that, like, I read as, like, I knew it existed, but it was, like, almost fantasy, you know? Because, like, I never figured I'd have I always wanted to, nothing more in the world. But I never figured I'd have the opportunity to actually travel and film. Like, there was no YouTube when I was a little kid. There wasn't like, hey, I can just, like, I can just get up and go, you know? Shit. Appreciate you. Hi, pretty baby. I know I'm the most amazing smelling human in the world. Somebody gave me a Bavarian, like, fresh Bavarian sausage, so every dog who walks within, like, 20 feet of me is just like, hi. I smell the thing in your pocket, sir. Got another beautiful brindle baby over here. Just trying to sniff around and figure out what she's smelling. She's all like, what is that? And then there's, like, a little fuzzy guy over here, too. It's just like, what am I smelling? Something over here is amazing. Freaking dogs are goofy, man. I love dogs, dude. I miss mine so much, but, like, I'm starting to heal. It's taken over a year, but I'm finally starting to heal from it. And, like, more and more, I'm thinking about, like I might want to get another one, you know? It's like, there's so much ground scores, Dad. Huh, buddy? People drop food all day, dude. How old are they? Oh, wow, nice. So he's a stubborn old man now. Like, I'll come when I want. Yeah, you know, most dogs get like that in their age. They start looking at you like you're the pup. It's like, why are you trying to tell me stuff? I'm in charge here, human. You guys have a beautiful night. I'm just an American tourist YouTuber, like, enjoying Bath for the first time. Yeah, right. English simplify. I just caught what you meant that. Yeah. Come on. I'm trying to get my phone to charge. Come on, work with me. This battery cable's been a pain in the ass. There we go. I'm at 79%. There's no reason it should be going down. Let me drop the screen brightness a little bit more and take off my location. That'll help. There we go. There you go. You guys can still see like normal. It just darkens the screen for me. So, shouldn't affect you guys' quality of picture whatsoever. Cheers, everybody. Hoping you guys are having a beautiful 420 out there in the States. And third rule of the 4 agreements, the third agreement is don't make assumptions. But I assume you, Clark, are also having a lovely 420. Celebrating the mother goddess, the mother flower. That's what I'm trying to turn on, instead of saying the F word, say mother flower instead. I heard some hippie chick like stub her toe and scream mother flower, like just innately, and I was like, that's the best replacement ever for the F word. I want to start screaming to the screaming mother flower, you know, weed, the mother flower. No, see, I can't hold it that way. Aren't those little flowers just beautiful? Like, that's the perfect background. I didn't even mean to catch them in the shot. I just wanted to come over here out of the sun because it was really sunny earlier. Serendipity, man. I was trying to explain to that kid earlier, you know, like, call it coincidence if you want it. But after, if you want, like, but I don't believe in coincidences. You can, like, call coincidence all day, but, you know, like, 15, 20 times in, when you're going to stop thinking it's a coincidence and start accepting that there's synchronicities, man, and they're everywhere, man. Follow your heart, follow that little voice, call it Jiminy Cricket from Pinocchio if you want, that's what I do. And when you hear that little voice, follow it. It won't point you wrong. Everybody knows what that little voice sounds like to them. Any other voice that comes through, that's probably just some weird shit you're picking up from somebody else, and it's not of you. But always follow your guide. And always let your conscience be your guide. You know? Oh, you call them your nanobots. I was like, you have me confused for a second. I was like, nanobots? What? Yeah, you know, nanobots, whatever. I like to think it's a little bit something nicer like Jiminy Cricket, but call them nanobots if you want. I just called my constants Jiminy Cricket. My buddy's like, nanobots? Whatever you want to call it. You have a great night, man. You figured out how to do PayPal? What? I thought it was impossible. Like, they're telling me that, because, like, it was saying on PayPal that you could freaking, like, the PayPal itself does conversions. That's what Cole was saying. I don't know if you caught that. Still a good spliff, but it was a really good nug, but definitely, like, those guys, man, they had, like, I swear they were smoking, like, 15% tobacco max. Like, in, like, high quality, like, freaking, like, drum tobacco, too. Like, you barely tasted tobacco at all, and it just tasted and smelled like weed. Like, like, if they were freaking trying to hide it, they were doing a bad job. I don't think they gave a shit, you know? They're local kids, you know? I appreciate you so much, Clark. Roger, wow. I appreciate you so much, man. I really do. I know you're out here struggling too. Most of my subscribers are broke, so like anytime any of you give me a kick down, that's the most, like, I feel the love, man. Like, I really do. Like that's why I feel so bad even trying to ask for something as simple as trying to sleep inside for the night, because I'm so, like, I know everybody, like, that's what my channel's about, is people who can't afford to travel, have physical disability, have children so they can't, or whatever, responsibilities, own the family farm, insert your reason why, you know? Oh, it might have not been you, it's somebody else, but yeah, PayPal does on transfer. He just sent me 50 British pounds, and it came out, it read, you receive 59.48 USD from Roger Clark. PayPal converts it automatically from any currency to any currency. They're just a little pain in the ass in the initial. They want you to, like, PayPal and Cash App both made me freaking get a hold of my bank and freaking allow the transactions, because otherwise they consider it a foreign transaction and they'll block it. But that's why the longest time I couldn't get Venmo. I had to call them. That's who it was. Cash App, PayPal and Venmo. I had to call Venmo and, like, argue with them. I even had to literally get Green Dot, my bank. It's an online bank, so I had to sit there and, like, wait for them to answer. Got a hold of them and had to get a hold of, like, a company head. There, couldn't think of the word. Get a hold of a company head for him to call Venmo for me. And I was like, no, they can do two ways. They were trying to set one up earlier, but you guys weren't picking up. So he called them. They did a two-way call in between my Green Dot, my Venmo, and me having all my information. They finally unlocked Venmo. Now I can use Venmo. But forever I couldn't use Venmo because, like, my bank was seeing it as, like, that's a weird discrepancy. That's got to be fraud. So they would just block it out of me and freeze my account. I'd walk into, like, a store trying to get something to eat, and I wouldn't be able to access my money. I'd be sitting there on the ground, like, pointing at the person, like, bring my food off the freaking grocery store thing, go sit in the corner up against the thing, and get a hold of Venmo, or get a hold of my banks. Like, this was me, please unfreeze my account, because anytime anybody tried to send me something on Venmo, it's the dumbest thing in the world. Like, it's like, why, man? Like, it's not like the bank hasn't heard of Venmo, you know? It's goofy. Over here in the UK, they don't have, like, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. That stuff doesn't really exist. PayPal exists everywhere, but Cash App, Venmo, they don't have it. They have, like, it's like, Pay Lend or something like that, or Pay Receive, something like that, and then, like, Wise or something like that. I can't remember exactly. I was talking to him about it earlier. That kind man has been trying to send me money all day, and we've been jumping through hoops left and right. I called, like, my family back home, my best friend from high school and his mom, and everybody I caught a hold of was so sketched out because they don't know him. They don't know he's a good person. So they were all like, I don't want to give my information, because he was just trying to send it straight to their bank account and have them send it to me. But, like, everybody, like, even my, like, the people, like the only person who would have done it, my mom, my buddy Hunter's mom from high school. She's my mom more than my foster mom ever was and is to this day. Like, I went and stayed with her for a few for like a week while Hunter was dealing with some like in-house drama. It was not even like they were arguing. It was just in a rough spot, you know, and they needed some personal time. And I went and stayed in one of her extra rooms in her house, and she took me home. She's always treated me like a son. But when I tried to get a hold of her, she didn't respond. So I got a text. I let Hunter know that she didn't respond. I was, like, concerned, you know. And apparently she lost her aunt, like, this morning, so she's in grieving right now. So, like, I truly appreciate you guys' help getting me that hostel, man. Like, I can't even express. Like, it's so good to know. And see, battery's working. We're at 6% from 3. Perfect. But yeah, like, it's so much peace of mind. Couldn't think of the word. To like know that I'm not gonna have to worry about that, you know. Like, I'm gonna have monies to sleep inside, and if anything costs a little bit of, like, 10-15 pounds, I'll have it. I'll have some food, and, like, I'll have a couple bucks for the bus. I appreciate it more than I can express, man. Like, she would have done it in a heartbeat if she wasn't literally in grieving today, you know. I never had real family, so like not to sound cold, but, like, I don't know what it's like to grieve a human. Like, my closest family are the people I've met on the road. Hunter and his mom. Like, I almost just broke out in tear right there, man. I couldn't even imagine what that will do to me if one of them dies, you know? Like, that's my people. My buddy RJ and his mom and dad, who lived over the fence from me as a child, whose, like, house I saw a refuge at, so I didn't have to freaking change diapers and be the freaking foster care slave at the freaking in-home daycare that my mom was running with another lady. Like, I love them more than I can ever express. But, you know, like, I've never mourned an aunt or an uncle. My grandma died, and, like, I shed some tears for her, but, like, I was fine the next day. The only thing I've ever mourned was MJ. She's the only soul I've ever lost. The only thing I ever felt that, like, truly loved me for just me, you know. And, like, I was useless. I was on my friend's couch for, like, a week. I couldn't eat. I'd eat food. And wouldn't feel full. I would drink water all day and couldn't feel thirst. Like, it was like some shit out of the Pirates of the Caribbean. Smoke so many dabs, drink beers, and I'm not a drinker. Ask anybody who knows me. And I drink, like, 10 beers and, like, pounding them, and freaking smoke, like, 10 dabs. And I'd go sit back on the couch, curl up in a ball, and feel like nothing hit me. So, like, I understand grieving. So, like, I just hope she's okay, you know. Like, that's rough to, like, grieve a loved one. Is anybody who's lost someone, you know, that's one of the hardest things in the world to go through. You start, like, doubting yourself and trying to, like, I should have done something more. I should have been there. I should have done, like, even though there's literally no way, even if you did everything you couldn't imagine, you know, like, that's, like, just part of the grieving process, you know. So, like, I can only, like, try to just send love, you know. Like, that's one of the big things about my channel, man, is trying to bring some joy and light in the world. Show people that there's so much beautiful things to see. Like, don't get stuck in your own funk. Don't get stuck in a dead-end job you hate. Say screw it. Just screw it and go, man. Like, the only one stopping you is you, man. In the end, like, some of the most brilliant children I've ever met were on the road. They were homeschooled. Their parents taught them multiple languages. They were well-read, well-spoken at 9 years old, talking about they're reading Catcher in the Rye and shit. You know, like, brilliant little children. Like, even, like, because I hear that all the time, I've got kids. We'll take them on the road and actually teach them something. The school's sure as fuck not, unless you put them in a private school, and even then, I went to a private school for 8th grade. I learned some cool stuff I wouldn't have learned in regular school, but in the end, still weren't teaching us anything. And that thing had been around since the 1800s, you know, like old, like well-established. Teachers should have been college professors. And I still never felt like I was being taught anything. I've learned more on the road, just traveling, experiencing the world, than I could have ever learned in a university. And I still want to go to university. Like the fact that I can go to college for free in the UK. Like, dude, that's amazing. Like, I want to go study in Germany and get my, like, get a couple of years under my belt, like semesters under my belt of, or even just some classes, so I have more understanding of zoology, you know? I've always wanted to work with animals, so, like I said, I want to be the next Steve Irwin, like, not trying to usurp him. He's the king, you know, like, but, like, follow in his footsteps, you know? Like, learn about animals, learn about history, and then go show it to the rest of the world and try to inspire people just like him to go see it and explore it. And if you can't, you watch him do it, you know? I grew up watching him. I just want to keep that spirit going on, man, you know? I don't know, that sounds like stupid little kid's fantasy, but like more and more every day, you know, as my channel grows, especially now that I'm over here and I'm feeling more like empowered and just alive about traveling again, like my channel's growing. And just to think that like random people are adding me, they just run into me who are just so like amazed in my journey versus like, you know, in the United States, like there's so many homeless that are just doing homeless things that people don't recognize a traveler from a homeless. I met so many people on the road in 10 years who like, I was the first person they've ever picked up. I've never seen another traveler. It's like, how? And then I started realizing they don't see the difference. They see my purple ass and they're like, oh, and they pick me up because they feel comfortable and safe to them. But anybody else, they just see a homeless, you know? So it's nice to be over here, like, people see me, and I'm obviously an American tourist. And like I said, that's usually, like, that's Clark's idea. Cheers, Clark. That's just first thing out of my mouth. I'm just an American tourist YouTuber, just trying to show the world to people. Bring the world to the people who can't get to it. Sorry, I'm trying to get my lighter out. There we go. My split went out. Actually, it's a little bit too short. Let's light it this way so Nemo doesn't lose his mustache. I assume that's happened to y'all before. Any of you bearded individuals? Right, don't shoot, I'm American. YouTube, Texas, California. Don't shoot, New York. I live long and prosper. My defense mechanism. Live long and prosper. I'm a dumb American, don't shoot. Nerd. American YouTube nerd. History's cool. Please don't kill me. Man, it's just so beautiful. I'm watching like look at that, man. Let me make sure I don't mess up my little money pouch. Here we go. You see this shit, man. Speaking of showing people. Tell me that, especially from like the back angle, tell me that doesn't look like some like Rivendell. Like inspiration for the Rivendell. Like it's just the sun coming through. Oh my god, man. Like people got little houseboats, you know, and just living, man. It's just, oh my god. Oh, I can't even wait, man. You don't even know, dude. Like I'm so excited to go to Devon and older places, especially because I'm sitting there getting here and I know they're still older and oh dude, I can't wait, man. You don't even know, dude. Oh my god, I'm so excited to see the rest of just everything. Come on, turn. There we go. Camera wouldn't flip over. I film all of this from my smartphone. So until I get up to 1,000 subscribers and however many, I think it's like 4,000 viewing hours, I in videos, because I do a lot of shorts, but like I get more viewing hours with that, you know. But freaking until I get monetized, like this is probably all I'm gonna be rocking. Like I'm eventually, like I'm thinking about getting a European plan, because AT&T is trying to charge me everything under the sun. And so, like, I might have a different phone, but, like, eventually I'm going to get some GoPro setups and do some, like, cooler shots and try to get some better stuff. But for right now, you know, I'm just trying to exist and grow the following, you know. Welcome to the Great Church of Nomad. Are you traveling yet? Let me read you from the Great Bible of Magellan and Mark Antony and Genghis Khan, the great travelers of the world. Yes, some of them were conquerors, but those men, those women, they saw the world. They were so well read. They were some of the most brightest minds of their lives. Some of them, they had a nice upbringing, but some of them, they were so intelligent because they traveled, they learned, they met like the song, Wookiefoot song, go talk to strangers and see this beautiful world. You know, like experience the world. Like I said, like it trips me out as somebody whose only thing I've ever wanted to do was travel since I was a little kid. Like I remember like learning about Magellan and all of them, and then my older sister, she went to like London for an opera. Like she's a big opera singer. She went over to sing some sort of opera, like choir tour, you know. And I remember bringing me back like a glass bottle of Coke. It's like a freaking Coca-Cola. And just because of how much, just like the different ingredients and how there's no GMOs, and it's just like, it tasted so different. And that in itself inspired me. I'm just like, wow, the rest of the world is so much cooler than us. Even as like a little kid, I was always inspired to go see the rest of it. Because like it's never, America never really felt like home to me. It never really felt like adventure to me. It always just felt like I borderline felt trapped. And then I like, you know, I find out that I was born overseas, and it just makes so much sense that I just feel so much peace here. Like I can't even imagine. I can't wait to see the rest of it. I can't wait to get into the Netherlands and freaking hang out with Skip and see all that. I can't wait to, like, I hope that dude from the Wales pops in one of these and is like, and he's like, hey, I live here because like I'm right here in Bath. The next stop's like either down to Land's End and check that out, like pull that off, and then get back up here, and I'm going over the bridge into Bristol, you know. So like I'm right here from across the way from Cardiff. I can jump on the train for another, I think it's like £15, and freaking I'll be in Cardiff. Might be able to take a bus for cheaper, but I'm pretty sure I need to take the train because, you know, I'm going countries, you know, switching from England to Wales at that point. And everybody who's in here, if you haven't already, please don't forget to like the stream. If you don't know how to do that, you can take your little live chat is, and you can pull it down and close it, and then it'll be right there on your left. If you could like the stream for me, if you already haven't, that would help so much. If you have, thank you. But I'm just, as a small channel, anytime I break 10 likes in a live stream, it bumps the algorithm up a little bit. Or it bumps me up the algorithm, I should say. If I get 100 likes in a stream, I'd jump to the front of a page for like an hour. That would be insane, you know? Thank you so much, you guys. You guys rock. Smoke this last bit with you guys, say goodbye, and then I'm gonna book this hostel and go sleep inside. Wake up tomorrow morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, go tackle the Roman city of Bath, including, obviously, the iconic Bath. And hostels, man. if you're traveling and like you're worried about money and not being able to afford to stay, I'm Expedia.com, the Expedia app. It's an app, like they have you just, especially here in the UK. When you're here in the UK, it doesn't really pop up in the States because we don't have them. But when you're here in the UK, it's just like an option. You go into your advanced settings and click hostel. It's like hostel backpacking accommodations, and they're all over the place. This one, like, there's an online deal I was looking at the other day for $17. It's like 10% off. So you guys just hooked me up with a couple days, to be honest. So like I'm thinking about get like two, see if I can squeak by tonight and Friday night and be able to leave all my gear and go run around without 65, 70 pounds in my bag. Closer to like 75 right now because I filled my 1.5 liter water camel pack because I knew I was going to be doing a lot of walking, and I was like, fuck it. I was there at the hostel. They have really good water, so I just filled it up. The water was so clean out there, and like I wasn't even mad that I couldn't find like electrolyte drinks at the hostel. It was all like sodas and shit. I just kept on filling up water. It was just so good, just glasses of water sitting there drinking it. For sure. Yeah, I feel you. I got you, man. Cole sent me $25 for the hostel, so I'm definitely gonna go get the hostel tonight. But yeah, you're right. Why am I trying to stay in this one place for like, there's the whole thing. You're right. Thanks, man. I need to. Stone Nemo talking out his ass, man. God, this is some good weed, man. Like, this has been a great day. Like, this has been an amazing 420. I was coming in, I'll tell, on the riding the train, freaking, because it is supposed to, like, it's supposed to get really cold tonight, and supposedly it may or may not rain. I was looking at the schedule, so, you know. But yeah, like, I was sitting there, like, riding on the train, coming in here, like, some lady bought me my ticket, and I'm sitting there, like, telling Clark to, like, smoke for me, because, like, talking to my buddy backstage, telling him to do the same, because, like, stateside, because, like, I was like, I'm not, like, I may get stoned today, but I wasn't, like, worried about it, but just something told me to freaking just go sit here, and I've been getting hooked up left and right, man. It's been a blessing of a day from all these beautiful locals. I mean, yeah, obviously there's some ones that are standing around. Exactly. Like, there's a lot of people, like, walking by, like, this group of businessmen kind of gave me a weird look. Like, they're like, they you know, like, and no judgment. Like, who knows why they looked at me like that? They could have just, like, I look crazy. I'm a guy in purple wearing a sock monkey hat. To, like, you know, they could think I'm homeless, you know. Third agreement. Gotta remember that. That's why the fourth agreement is do your best, because it's pretty hard to, especially when you're new to it. Like, I just read the 4 agreements, like, finished it like a couple days ago. And first agreement is be impeccable with your word. Second agreement is don't take stuff personal, even if they were judging me. And third agreement is to not make assumptions. Like, I don't know why they looked at me like that. Like, genuinely, it could have just been because I'm wearing a fucking sock monkey hat. I do look kind of goofy. I'm not trying to impress anybody. It's probably strange to see for people to see me. I mean, like, I can only imagine what people think when I'm, like, even without my gear, I'm, like, looking clean, but I'm wandering through the freaking, like, I went back the second, like, I was both there, like, I was, well, you saw, if you saw any of my recent videos, I was wandering around London in my Spyro onesie. Bunch of people are like, what the fuck, that's a dragon. And then every now and then, can we take pictures with you? That's Spyro. Like, super stoked about it. I had a couple people like want me to stop, like, and freaking and pose with them. So, you know, like, you don't know why people are looking at you. You don't know why people say what they say. You don't know what's going through their minds. Don't take stuff personal, and don't make assumptions, you know? Yeah. Birds. There's some, yeah, you know, happy nature, man. I told you, it looks like Rivendell over here. It's just this beautiful old Roman city, man. I can't wait to explore it tomorrow with more energy after a good night's rest. Hi, Kote. I just finished smoking some weeds, you know. I'm chilling out here. Cole was generous to help me get a hostel for the evening. So I'm gonna... I said 2 hours, but like, cause you just popped back in, it's 2:16 right now. I'll do till 2 hours and 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna finish up the live stream and walk over to the hostel, book the hostel and walk over there. And yeah, man, I'm super excited. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and go like walk and explore and film, you know, do the whole bringing the world to you guys. Yeah, man. Cole hooked it up, man. I really appreciate that. And then somebody else hooked it up with like traveling funds for like buses and like other things. Yeah, Cole and Roger hooked it up, man. I appreciate them both. That was really cool for both. That they both did that. Bus fee, ticket, whatever you want to call it, fare. Yeah, bus fare. You know. But yeah, Roger kicked down too. He's the one who did that. I forgot you knew who he is, and he's still in here. So yeah, Roger did that. You know. Roger and Cole hooked it up, man. And now I'm just sitting here finishing up the live stream and watching the sun go down. And like I was just showing them, like... Tell me that doesn't look like something out of like Rivendell, like the inspiration for Rivendell from Lord of the Rings, man. The sun coming through, hitting that ridge. That's how I remember them describing the valley, man. Just, yeah, perfect. So like, figured you guys could hang out here and freaking chill with me. Here, I can even do this. Let me see if I can readjust my pack a little bit. See if we can't. I can't really get much of a view of that. Let's see if I can turn this a little bit more. Sit you down for a couple seconds. There we go. Move my stuff out of the way. Reposition my butt pillow. Pick up my sausage. Make sure it's not. I don't leave it on the ground. Grab my battery. I'm on battery, where'd you go? Yeah, give you guys a different view for a little bit, for the last 10-ish minutes or so. There we go. That'll do. I can hold for a little bit. Yeah. It's just gorgeous out here, man. Yeah. Mad love, man. They say in Hawaii, mahalo, which says, my spirit sees your spirit. My good sees your good. It's just gorgeous, you guys. Like, I feel so, like I said, I feel so lucky to get to do this. I know so many kids back in Arkansas who talk about it all the time, who all they want in the world is to go see the world, that they feel so trapped for whatever reason that they'll probably never go, you know? I pray that my buddy Hunter shows up one day, man. Like, you know, like... Learn something new? What'd you learn? Did I accidentally teach you something? Well, you know what they are. Oh, they left. They just went over the bridge. Goddamn seagulls, man. Oh, yeah. You can see him flying around up on the roof. There he is, poking his little head out, looking at us. Fucking seagulls. That's what seagulls sound like here in the UK. That's just a crazy gulls being gulls fighting over scraps. They may smell my sausage too. Every animal that's come through here is like, what is that smell? It's like the primest of meats, my friend. Yeah, right. They got it's UK gulls. They got an accent. That's fucking funny. You're goofy, Kote. Gulls with gull. Yeah, right. Wow, it's just so beautiful here, you guys. I feel so blessed. Like, it's been a beautiful day. Like, I couldn't ask for a better day. Got to the Stonehenge, couldn't afford to get in, was trying to you can see it at the beginning of it. Like, I say, all I can do is film from out here when I'm petting the greyhound. And then next thing I know, a lady walks up and offers to pay. I cut off the screen and I was going to do some quick filming from the side real quick and then go. And then she's like, you want a ticket? And bought me a ticket. We walk back. She's like, I didn't realize I needed to buy one, so I got to walk back anyways. Bought me a ticket. Got to the train station. Didn't have enough cash to get on the train. Was stressing. Freaking me and Roger were trying to figure out he was trying to send me cash. I didn't have any way to get on the train, and just sitting there like minding my own business. And the lady asked me what's going on. There we go. What's going on and who I am. Sorry about that connection issue. And I was like, I'm working on trying to get some money transferred from the UK to the States and back because I'm having issues with my trying to get my money. My buddy's trying to send me money for and I was like, I'm just trying to catch the train and I'm trying to get to Bath, and she's all like, I'll pay for your ticket. I was like, seriously? She like, it's a pretty decent amount. She just looks at me like nonsense. Like, you could tell she was well off. And she walked me inside and paid for my ticket here to Bath, get here to Bath and get handed the most amazing, awesome freaking sausage, Bavarian, handmade sausage, fresh cut from his, personal butcher line from, his own personal boar. Freaking, oh no, I'm saying, but it was okay. Even though that even though that at the time I didn't have the money and wasn't going through, that lady came out of nowhere and helped out. That's what I was saying. Those girls smoked me out before the live stream. Some random kids gave me that, those kids gave me that joint, and then, that I just finished smoking, spliff that I just finished smoking, and then before I could smoke that, even light it up, those kids sat down and smoked 2 huge joints with me, So, it's been nothing but blessings today. I'm so appreciative of the world and just how amazing my journey's been so far, And, I'm so grateful to be able to bring you guys along with me and show you just how amazing the universe and world can be, I spent my whole, the first 8 years on the road backpacking across America and, coming across some of the most amazing things and, most amazing experiences. But, I never thought to film it and put it on YouTube. I always tell people about it. Be like, there's no way that went down. But then I can just be chilling and they watch it go down. Like, dude, that was awesome. It's like, yeah, dude, I don't even know how it happens. I'm just being a Nemo, man. But yeah, things skipped. And reconnected, so we're looking at I'm looking, I don't know what you guys are seeing, but I'm looking at lives 4 minutes and 14 seconds, so I'm gonna round it off and close off the stream when it reaches 10, so we got 5.5 more minutes. Thank you guys so much for all your support, not even just donations, just showing support, showing up for the live streams, liking my videos, sharing my videos, helping me get me to the world and bring the world to everyone else, it's such an honor and such a, mind-blowing experience to be able to, do something like this. Since I was a little kid, this is always what I just thought would be the coolest job in the universe, and I was always But I had no delusions of grandeur. Even as a little kid, I was like, "There's no, you got to like know somebody to get into the social and the movie biz." But now I'm just like, boom. Yep, 2:25 on the timer exactly. I'm looking at 5:13 just now. So yeah, 5 more minutes. Perfect. I thought I was on schedule. I was trying to keep track of it. Of course, Kote. It's a beautiful day to hang out and just live stream by the river. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to get here, set up, and chill with y'all today. And like, just relax and enjoy that fresh, just, oh my God, even though we're in a pretty large township thing, like, the air is still just so crisp and fresh, and everything, all the birds. Thank you guys, as if to Q. Yeah, thanks to the chatters and those who donated. Yeah, man. Thanks for the people who threw that likes up there and got me to 10 likes again this stream. That's amazing. It helps boost the algorithm, you know? Like, that helps me out so much. Like, I appreciate you guys so much. Even just the chatters, yeah, man. Just being able, because like sometimes like I'll go chill and do stuff. I'm looking at 6:47. So 3 more minutes. But yeah, like just being able to click in with people that I know like are interested in my story and like have some sort of like concern about my health, to be able to tune in and talk to you guys, and like people who've been following me since the States, be like, look, you guys, I'm doing it. I'm finally doing it. Crazy Captain Nemo is finally overseas and doing the thing, you know? This is always a dream, but like never imagined it would come so soon, you know? Like I was always waiting for MJ to pass, God rest. And like she passed early, and so next thing I know, I'm just boom. I wasn't thinking like I was gonna get on the road like overseas till I was 38. She passed when I was 31, and I'm 32, and I am on the road. Like I am in Europe right now. Where in the world is Nemo? I'm currently in the Roman cities of Bath. Look at that sunshine, freaking like coming off those freaking buildings right there along the river. It looks like the inspiration for Rivendell. Storybooks, man. Look at this stuff, Mac. I'll walk you guys around for the last couple minutes. You're catching the tail end of the stream there, Mac. But just look at this place, man. Truly, the stuff's out of dreams, man. Like stuff us silly Americans can only even try to imagine until you're walking amongst it, and it's just like beyond comparable gorgeous, you know. The buildings that were designed way back in the day to reflect those last hours of light and shine it onto the streets, just glowing. This is all new to me right now. This bench is the farthest I've gone, so let's go see this angle real quick. Yeah, this big, beautiful weeping willow. Could you imagine growing up here? I met some teenagers that were like, just like, so confused. Like, look, even if you want to stay in like a fancier place like the Travel Lodge, the most gorgeous little place ever. This is a natural canal just diverted through the cities, you know, like place is beyond beautiful, man. The stuff of dreams, man. The stuff of dreams that I'm fulfilling mine for sure. But yep, we just passed that 2:30 mark, so I'm gonna walk you guys back to the pack. Thank you again for coming through and showing support and helping Nemo out with a little bit of funds there if you did, you know. If you didn't, like I said, I just support is checking in and saying hi, you know. But like, I'm gonna take Cole's generous donation and book me a night at the hostel. Get me some good sleep for the evening so I can wake up fresh, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed to go tackle Bath. And then from there, I'm gonna do Land's End, you know. I'm already down here, might as well go check it out. Right. Hell no. I got that on me, man. I can't wait to eat that. Like, this thing smells amazing, dude. Goofy ass. Goofy. But yeah. Thanks for coming through, you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and all that whatnot. And appreciate you guys so much. Catch you guys again real soon. Later. Bye. Much love.